And now, our feature presentation.
Fellas, if you dating a girl and you finally decide to go around her family and ain't nothing but women, that's your sign to run. Okay? Her mama don't got no man. Her grandma don't got no man. Her great grandma don't got no man. The aunties don't got no man. The friends don't got no man. Nobody, the guy's sister don't got no man. The best friends don't got no man. Ain't nothing but women.
And all the boys is locked up.
Because them women got mouths on them.
All the
don't no
sons
man want to be
the
bothered with.
grandsons,
Nobody
nieces,
got no
the
man. Why would
nephews,
you
they
stay?
locked up. They locked up. She was stuck in his ways, Jack.
I'm leaving out the store the other day. And hold on, let me set you up. I'm leaving out the store the other day. Art gonna say, I said, you know, these niggas.
Tell her what you did. Tell her what you did. Tell her what you did.
No.
You have to say what you did, bro.
Yeah, you got to say what you did.
Because no one would know what we talking about.
Okay.
Hold on, let me set it
tested.
up for you.
He was tested.
I did a test. I pinch poked Art on the way leaving out. Pause.
Pinched him where?
Tell him.
I pinched it on his.
Yeah.
You pinched him on his.
Yeah.
Bro?
Yes.
Yo.
As he was walking out, he said he gave me that look like, oh, stop! Don't do that.
His cheeks clenched up.
No, yeah, I don't know about all that. But you know, I sit up and said, I said, I'm just checking because you know some niggas like to do that. He gonna sit up and say, is he in the car driving off? He gonna sit up and say, them niggas like ain't got nowhere to stay. Niggas is gay because they ain't got nowhere to stay.
That's what you said.
Yeah, that's what I said. And I'm not saying niggas
and that's
is
the
gay.
same reaction I had.
Listen to me.
I had to sit in the car and just
I
laugh.
explain myself.
Yo, hold on. Go ahead, explain
I would like to
yourself.
explain myself. You know, these women like to go on the internet and say how, you know, these men, I put fingers in his butt and all that shit. And I'm just like, bitch, he in between jobs. So he had to pretend that he into shit like that to stay upstairs.
Yeah.
He got to pretend that he into that type of shit. You know, I mean, it might not be bad once he tried.
Yeah.
But, you know, he ain't into that shit, man. He with the program until he get his taxes.
Hit it.
You gonna see the real him when he get his taxes.
Yo, let's slow this down a little bit. Yo, welcome back for another episode of Outsiders Only 708 podcast. We could be found on Apple. Oh shit, wrong button. Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube. I am Reed at the Claudius, and this week I'm joined by some guests. I'll introduce the person we don't know or who hasn't been here first before we get to the person who has been here. So, to my right, introduce yourself, sir. Tell the people where they can find you.
I am Arthur Young. I am the third brother, and you can find me minding my business. And on here periodically. I think this is the first of many shows I'll be on.
All right. I like that. All right. Awesome. And to my left, go ahead. Tell the people who you are.
I'm Unc, man. Unc status. Old head, man. Old head nigga here, man. King of the old head niggas. Yes. 50 and over. What's up, nigga? What's happening? Jim Jones is my hero, nigga. Now what? You see me? Yeah, Zach. Big Meech. All you niggas and shit. Yeah, nigga. Now what? Old niggas here, man. Old head niggas. King of them. The fat old head nigga, King Bula, is here.
All right.
And my glasses look better than the hosts. Hey,
claps to that.
you played that clip earlier of that broad talking and shit.
Right.
Why?
Why did I?
Yeah.
Because you was here. I knew that would entertain you. How do you feel about the clip? Do you want to react to the clip?
Yeah.
Go ahead, react.
Can you play it again?
Oh yeah. Actually, I can. Go ahead. Just talk for a second.
She was speaking validity. She was speaking serious validity. Run. House full of women, no men, not even the nigga that's downstairs that don't want to be bothered, or the nigga that's in the basement, not even the uncle or the brother who's between places.
Yeah. It ain't nothing
ain't showed his face at all.
It ain't nothing in that house but buying money.
Yo, I have the clip queued up. Yo, nigga said,
I'm gonna put the house up this week.
Fellas, if you dating
You
a
understand
girl
me?
and you finally decide to go around her family and ain't nothing but women, that's your sign to run. Okay? Her mama don't got no man. Her grandma don't got no man. Her great grandma don't got no man. The aunties don't got no man. The friends don't got no man. Nobody, the guy's sister don't got no man. The best friends don't got no man. Ain't nothing but women. Run. Don't stick around and get her pregnant because them women got mouths on them. Don't no men want to be bothered with them. Nobody got no man. Why would you stay?
Key sentence: miles on them.
oh shit.
You gotta hear the different things that she's saying.
And look, that entire family is a travel agent's dream because all they do is go on vacations. You know the commission on them hoes?
Yeah.
The commission you can get on all them hoes.
All right, look. Look. Let's get this in order, yo.
I'm trying to tell you.
This week is like a bonus episode. We're going to start doing more content on the channel. So this is the first of very many episodes like this. If these gentlemen want to come back and make this something that's a normal occasion, I'm all for it. We can sit down and talk about that after that. Because this nigga's wild.
Who gonna fight first?
Here?
What you mean?
Who gonna fight first amongst them bitches?
Who gonna fight first? Like fight each other?
Yeah, who gonna fight first on the girls' trip with the bitches?
The youngest group. They gonna be fighting other women on the trip. I'm trying to tell you.
The house full of women, though.
Cruise.
No, he said who gonna start the fighting inside the house?
Who gonna be fighting inside the house?
Yeah.
No, they working together. They working together.
I don't know. I'm shaky on that at best.
They working.
I'm thinking the second cousin and the sister that got it all. The good looking one.
You talking about on vacation?
Yeah.
Oh, we talking about the bras that she talking about in there.
Yeah.
The bird shit she talking about in there.
Yeah.
When the nigga come over there and meet the girl, the nigga, the 19-year-old bring the boyfriend, and they on a girls trip together. The 19-year-old who brought the guy over with all the house full of women.
Okay.
Who gonna fight first? Who gonna fight on the girls trip first?
You said the guy's there?
No, I'm just saying. We just give.
So all the girls in the family on the trip.
Yeah. Who gonna fight? Who gonna fight? Yeah, first. I'm asking you too.
I told you the second cousin who don't look like shit versus the sister that got it all.
I'm gonna tell you gonna fight. I'm gonna tell you gonna fight first. Who gonna fight first is the grandma and one of her daughters. And the reason why they gonna fight is because the grandma paid for her half of the trip, and she pulled out a bunch of money while she got there. And she like, how the fuck you got all this money, and I done paid for you to get here? That's where the fight gonna start. That's when the fight gonna start.
Yeah.
What about you?
I was gonna say actually, a house full of women. The 19-year-old, I'm just saying hypothetically speaking, the 19-year-old girl, young lady brings the boyfriend over to meet everybody. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say this. And they all ain't got no women. They all ain't got no men.
Yeah.
The 42-year-old, anyone the one between the 42-year-old and the 45-year-old, and whoever's 37 and got a septum ring.
You got a what?
Septum ring in their nose.
Okay. That's wild.
That's the feminist bitch.
Yeah.
With the septum ring.
Yeah.
Or the trendy septum ring broad.
Yeah.
Versus the 42-year-old
I'm cool with that.
You know what I'm saying? That's who's gonna fight.
I'm cool with that. I just know that don't nobody pocket watch more than women with each other. They pocket watch the hell out of each other. They, when people say comparison is the killer joy, all they do is compare themselves to one another. So they gonna be watching each other pockets the whole time.
Okay, you gentlemen are kicking off this pod very spicy.
That bitch got where that bitch get that Louis Vuitton luggage from?
I know it ain't real. That's why she brought it.
She got it from
That's
Canal
why she was
Street.
carrying it on. I know it ain't real.
Yeah. All right. She got it from Canal Street. She ain't got no Louis Vuitton stuff.
That's why you need need three luggage bags, and we going for 3 days.
Right.
Speaking of people and fighting, Aaron the plumber recently went on someone's podcast and had something to say about fighting people and how he hopes that people can resolve their issues with a good old knuckle fight instead of shooting each other.
Yeah, I saw that. Fades.
Fades.
Bring the fades back.
Bring the fades back. These are his exact words.
What makes you push the fade so much? Like, you love to, let's get the fade.
So one thing, I went to prison, you feel me? So
there you go.
Prison, it ain't no ducking.
Cut it.
You feel me? It's being a man. I became a man at a young age in prison. If you have a problem with somebody, a discrepancy, it ain't no whispering, pss, 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 pss. I got a problem, well, I don't like that nigga. It ain't none of that. Niggas pull up and get jiggy. At the end of the day, bro, I don't want
I
no
love
black
that. Pull up and get jiggy. That's fire.
Bro, real talk.
And saying getting jiggy in jail is a little
I
wild.
love my people. The same way you see the Hispanics, nigga, load up 6 deep in a car, they work together. Nigga, why we can't do that, bro?
Amen.
Why we can't do that? You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So I love being a black man, but I hate it at the same time. You feel me? Because we don't have that unity. Now, if we had that unity, bro, we could conquer the universe. You know what I'm saying? So before I see a black man die, bro, I'd rather see him get paws put up on him. You know what I'm saying? Them wounds heal. It ain't nothing. It's just a fade. It's regular.
All right. There's that. I don't know what to say to that.
Me neither.
I agree. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I agree. I think that true masculinity comes from accountability, and fades can resolve a lot. And people don't like the young guys don't understand. Fades is not about ass whooping. It's about learning a lesson. It's about respect. It's about learning. You know what I'm saying? Just understanding that it's consequences, but it don't have to be fatal consequences for whatever goes on. You know what I'm saying? You could resolve shit. Like I know people who fought and they fought their heart out and afterwards became best friends. You feel what I'm saying? So I come from a long line of people who we believe in fades. Like I believe in fades, bro. Like so it's like, and I know after going to war in terms of hand-to-hand combat, how respect can be gained, love can be gained, camaraderie can be gained, bro. Like that's why even now, like I feel like football is a form of physicality where it's just like it still has that masculinity tied to it. It's like it's nothing wrong with physicality, but people run from physicality because I think that's what accountability is, in my opinion.
That was fire. I ain't mad at that. There is accountability when it comes to doing things and just being physical in a striking manner. I don't know how niggas feel about catching aggravated assault charges, but you know, if you got bond money or if you got an attorney or, you know, if you built like that, you know, start catching your fades. Old nigga, tell us how you feel about the fades.
That nigga said he been to prison. That's fucked up.
That's Fade County.
Yeah.
Wade County. That's
Fade County. Yeah.
For sure.
Literally.
Pumpkinhead County. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Remember Pumpkinhead? We used to say Pumpkinhead.
Yeah.
You know, fighting. That's all these niggas. This all these niggas know how to do is fight.
Because they coming from the house
That's
for
all they
all the
doing.
women with no men.
There you go. See how it all ties in. to catch the fade. Yeah, I understand. It's better than picking up the gun. I agree, because the young niggas like to pick up the guns and it's over with. I mean, him coming from him, getting that kind of wisdom from him is so many ways that you can take it. Pause. But he makes a valid point. But the thing about it is, why did he have to go to prison for him to get that kind of logic?
I mean, that's where one will probably tell you, like, we gonna see if you a man or not. That's a make it or break it situation.
Prison is manhood training, whether you like it or not, man. It's manhood training. You know what I'm saying? That's where a lot of the masculinity lives, and because and it's like it's a man universe. You feel what I'm saying? When you go to prison, it's a man universe, bro. You got to navigate that shit.
A man universe.
It's a man universe, bro, and you got to navigate it. You feel what I'm saying? You got apex predators in there, bro. It's a real ecosystem for real.
I did it 3 hours, and that was the worst 3 hours of navigation ever.
If people are gonna go back to like beating each other's asses and shit, I'm all for it. Go ahead, catch the fade. Cool. Do I think that's gonna happen? Absolutely not.
Yeah, me neither.
No,
we're way past that.
Well wishing, yeah. But that's his brand. I can respect that brand. Got a little Umar-ish in there. You know what I'm saying? How he don't want to see the black on black violence in a particular type of way. Yeah, but you know what though? I see niggas fight all the time, right? Like I be seeing the little fight compilations and videos, so niggas still do be catching fades.
I hate to see that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas still be catching fades out here, but know what ends up happening?
It's so underground though.
The fades escalate to because a nigga done got embarrassed.
Yeah.
Because a nigga got made to look a type of way. You know what I'm saying? Like back in your day for sure, because you an old nigga, Owen, right? Owen, yeah. That's crazy.
Not to interject, but I think that any nigga that shoots somebody after fade was forced into the fade.
I thought you was gonna call him a whole ass nigga.
No, you can consider him a whole ass nigga, but if I go get a gun to shoot you after we ran the ones, that mean I was forced into that shit.
You think so?
Yeah, I was backed into that. Niggas can be backed into fades.
No, absolutely.
You got women, standing around. You got your guys standing around. You've been woofing for 20 years. You got to do something.
Or a motherfucker just caught you at the right time.
He caught you at the right time, and he squared up with you, and you offended that he even squared up with you.
Real quick, I was finna knock two motherfuckers out at the airport. Because these two motherfuckers, I don't know if they was gay or they was brothers. They was black, though.
That was wild.
I didn't know, because they was coming at me, at the family, because we was all lined up to get on the airport, in the airplane, all lined up, and, Southwest. And it was coming hard, like, asking Pharaoh, let me see your ticket. This, and that. So I had, Maya was popping off at the mouth with them, and I had to tell her to calm down, right? I had to tell her to get up on them place, like get her. I had to tell her mother, get her, shut up, tell her to shut up. So I got into these two motherfuckers' face. I was like, nah, what the fuck you got to say now? And I just stared at them the whole time.
Yeah.
I probably could have got my ass whooped, but I just stared at them both at the whole time.
You had your crazy eyes on?
Yeah, I had my eyes on them.
Show us your crazy eyes.
That's right.
God damn.
That's right.
How you keep your sunglasses on the whole time, man? Anyway, god damn.
You got them eyes that like you
should
stay woke.
Verna Johnson. Verna Johnson, rest her soul, is the queen of what? The dirty looks.
Dirty looks.
Yeah.
You gave him the dirty look.
Yeah. So the thing about I'm like, what y'all got to say now? What's to it?
Yeah, what they say?
Nothing.
Okay.
It's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. You all don't have. You're not supposed to be in the top 15. I'm like, we here now. Now what? So you know what happened, right? As I'm going back and forth with the two niggas, right? Dirty ass cracker.
Yeah.
Gonna slide up and run in front of us, so he can get on the airplane.
Shout out to him. Shout out to him.
He saw shit was popping off and slide up in there.
He did it right.
You know, he was like, you know how niggas get. He knew that shit was coming. He looking at his wife. Come on, that shit.
Swear to God. Now you see. Now you remember when this happened last time over by the Spirit Gate.
Fat nigga was finna really take on
get
tour.
Disruptive. You have to move around. Baby.
Oh man, y'all niggas is hilarious.
Man, I turned my back on them two niggas. They ain't say shit.
Let me get
For the rest of the what's the name? Looking at me crazy.
All right, as we continue on.
But they didn't want to run that motherfucking fade though.
He punks and punks. That's crazy, ain't it?
Hey, he said, Jim Jones is idol. He trying to fight niggas in the airport.
He's just my idol just for this podcast only. Otherwise,
own your shit and stand on your shit.
He one of the
hey, stay 10 toes. Story too.
He one of the most ignorant niggas ever.
Stay 10 toes. I got a funny Jim Jones story. We are ready for it.
Go ahead.
You ready for it now?
Yeah.
So, my cousin, she just recently moved to New York, and she's in tech. So she quit Google. And she always wanted to move to New York. Like, I'm just gonna move to New York, but rent my condo out, and I'm gonna move to New York. I feel like this is my purpose. So I'm supposed to be there. So she been in New York for like a couple months. So the new generation, they just B&B shit to death. Like,
they do what?
They B&B, Airbnb shit. Like, so it's not like no long-term leases. It's like 2-3 months, we in and out.
Yep.
You feel what I'm saying?
And this bitch already furnished.
Like, right. They don't hold on to shit like us. They don't. So it's like, so she wanted to move to Brooklyn, but all the Brooklyn B&Bs was like either too high or they was booked up. So she was forced to be in the Harlem. Her first spot was Harlem.
Okay.
So she said, she called me one day and she was like, "Cuz, I just left this bar," and I'm like, "Oh yeah." She was like, "Yeah." She was like, "You heard of Jim Jones?" I'm like, "Yeah, I know. That's Capo." "What you mean, have I heard of Jim Jones?"
Called a nigga. That's Capo.
"That's Capo." She was like, "Yeah." And then she from the Bay, so she like, it's crazy because she like, how can I explain her? She's like educated black, but West Coast. So she like, the way she like enunciate and articulate her words, it's like if you talk to her on the phone, you might think she white, and she start talking about the black, she be like, "Is she black?" You know what I'm saying? So she dope, but she's like, "Yeah, I was with some friends, we were in some bar, and this guy Jim Jones, he just hops up on the bar and starts to rap." And she's like, "I was just so like captivated by his confidence." What the and I was like, "Word?" I was like, "Yeah." She was like, he was rapping this song called Harlem, and he was like all in it, but she was like, it was so weird because like only 3 people knew the words. That's what she said, bro.
Yo.
And then sent me a video of the shit.
Was he looking crazy?
Bro, like, it was like, it just showed like him up there. You know what I'm saying? And then she like turned it off. You know what I'm saying? Real fast. Cause I guess she didn't want to seem weird. That shit was hilarious though. Like, I was like, yeah, I fuck with Capo though. It just showed like niggas starting to age out. That's all it just shows. Like, it's nothing against Capo.
He's 49 years old, man. Yeah. 50, damn near 50 years old.
We got an old nigga right here. How you feel about it?
Or what?
Aging out. You'll never, or you'll never age out because you King Bula, and that'll
I'm
just
aging out. I'm aging.
You aging out. You admitting to it?
I'm admitting into it, and I'm aging out. I'm listening to sports talk radio for the last 3 years. I've been listening to ever since the pandemic. Sports talk radio.
I've got a correlation for that.
And jazz.
I've got a correlation for that.
What's that?
I know why you listen to sports talk radio now.
Why?
Because you're a fucking degenerate.
Yeah,
that's why.
It's your fault.
Accountability, man. You know, that's missing in the black community. I think it's just missing across the board.
Lack of fades, bro.
And
lack of fades, bro.
Very true. As we march forward in this podcast, let me see where I want to move to next.
Lack of phase.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You know what? We'll do it because this will tie into another subject. So, have you guys been seeing the phenomenon known as fat fella or fat nigga season? Are y'all aware of this?
No.
No.
I saw a partner of mine sent me a video of this cat called Pork Chop.
Okay.
And videos of him doing some wild shit. And when you see Pork Chop, you know why they call him Pork Chop.
Is he like Turtle Man?
He like Turtle Man of the fat niggas. Like he
Okay.
just be doing some wild shit. He be doing like shit he too big to be doing.
Like what?
Like white water rafting or some stupid shit like that. And he big and they have to go get him.
That's kind of fire though.
No, I fuck with it.
That makes for good
I
content.
see what Pork Chop doing though. I like the name. I think Pork Chop is crazy.
It is.
I take it he's from the South.
For sure.
Absolutely.
But I don't I'm just saying like when he said that, that's the only recollection I have of anything, me hearing anything about that. Like I haven't heard of that. But you know, we live in a trendy society, so
Well, this is a trend. It's also a meme coin.
Okay.
But here we go.
it's a meme coin?
Yes.
What's it called?
Fat.
Fat. Sounds like a rug, dude.
You ever been kicked off a roller coaster cause the bar won't close all the way? Ever looked at a seat and it looked back at you like, nah, king? Well, not no more, nigga. Welcome to Fatland, the first theme park engineered with fat nigga tech. This is where heavy meets happen. Roller coasters, built with Space XL grade steel and fat nigga physics. Lap bars with stretch, must be this thick to ride. The meat sweats, the loop deluxe, and the snow bunny scrambler. We even got a ride with recliner seats. Go-karts, we call it thick drifters, built like Hellcats.
Thick
Heated
drifters.
steering wheels, big-ass cup holders, extra wide seats for extra wide turns.
Hey, this thing has hydraulics?
Then we sliding over to the Fat Nigga Carnival Zone. But this ain't no Chuck E. Cheese ass midway. Every shot go in, every ring lands, every prize feel like a tax refund.
I just won an air fryer at the ring toss.
And if you walk away without a snow bunny on your arm, you probably played the wrong game. And best believe we got concessions. Here at Calorie Cove, we got turkey legs the size of forearms, slabs of oxtail, deep fried everything. Luxury seating everywhere, shaded cushion, ADA, BBQ, and Snow Bunny approved. This the only park where the seats fit, the plates heavy, and the vibes heavier. What attraction should we bless y'all with next? Hey, yo, shut the fuck up.
So,
AI is a motherfucker, man.
seeing as how we have our own fat nigga here,
Yeah.
how you feel about what you just heard?
That's fucked up. I'm going to continue Ramadan. I'm going to continue fasting.
Hand claps to that. I did see you tweet that earlier.
I'm going to continue fasting
Hand claps to that.
because of that Fatland shit. You got to see the picture of the nigga that's went to sleep on the roller coaster with a snow cup in his hand and snow stuff around his mouth. Pause. Fatland, man.
Would you go if it was a real thing?
Fuck that. Hell no.
You don't fuck with the amusement parks? I mean, well,
I don't fuck with music parks.
considering.
Nah, I ain't got up on no Eagle in a long time.
You rode one before. This happened.
Man, I rode the Eagle before.
Oh, you weren't big your whole life.
No.
Oh.
But I mean,
Hand claps to that.
I used to like the Batman. Till
You used to ride the Batman. You used to.
I wanted him to finish that. Till what?
till when I got off, everything came up out of me. Pause.
Which way?
Through this motherfucking oral right here.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you shit yourself. I didn't know if you
No,
threw
I ain't
up.
shit myself.
Oh,
I just
okay.
came up, man.
Just context, nigga.
Hey, what's the one that where you get around there in a circle and they took and the floor drops?
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of the name. I know what you're talking
I'm
about.
not a roller coaster nigga, so I can't.
This ain't a roller coaster though. It's the
It's
one where
not.
you standing up with the floor and then
Oh, you talk.
And the
Oh,
spin
you
around
and it spin
things.
up and it
Yeah,
go up in the
yeah,
air.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I got on
and
that.
then the floor drops and shit like that.
yeah,
and it's
yeah,
going
yeah.
like around. Like nah, that's just That's over with.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah, I used to be a roller coaster enthusiast for sure.
When did it stop for you?
My wife took me to Cedars Point for my 21st birthday, and I never forget it. It's this roller coaster. What the fuck is it called? I think the Millennium 2000. That's the name of the roller coaster. And she was like, "Yo, this is the roller coaster that everybody's scared of." And I'm like, "What, nigga? I'm from the east side. Like, never scared of a roller coaster. I do this shit
from the what?
From the east side. I ain't never scared of no roller coaster.
Like, ain't nothing stopping me, bro. Like, I didn't conquer everything in Great America. Like, everything." She like, "Yo." She like, "All right, it's your birthday." Nigga, she watched me stand in line for an hour. You were watching motherfuckers stand in line. You should know at that point somebody watch you stand in line.
Yeah, you should. You didn't get the cues, all right?
That roller coaster broke me, bro.
Whoa.
At 21?
At 21 broke me. Wow. Like, it was so bad that I refused to buy the picture of me while I was on it. And it was my birthday.
Where's Cedars Point at?
It's in Ohio.
Sandusky, Ohio. That's on your way to Cleveland.
And
I actually rode my first roller coaster at Cedar Point.
For real?
Yeah.
And I tried a couple roller coasters afterwards, and I'm just like, I'm broken. Like, you know, like,
stop saying you broken, bro.
I know, like,
to say you got off a ride and now you broken.
Pause.
Bro, you know,
that's
like,
a little.
Hey, yo.
No.
Hey, yo.
I'm gonna give it context. You know how, like, we all watch boxing, right?
Right.
And you know when they say, like, he broke a fighter.
Yeah.
And they just never the same?
Yeah.
Like, I was never the same after that.
Okay,
bro.
say that.
Yeah.
Nigga said he got off a ride, he was broken. Woo. Took his ass away.
I mean,
as an enthusiast, like, not as a human being.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I can't. What about you?
I don't fuck with the roller coasters like that, but I will tell you what I do fuck with. You know the little slingshot ride where it's you and like one other person and they just fling your ass in the air and woo, woo, woo. That's my shit. I fuck with that shit.
Okay.
The whitewater rafting is my thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit, so you do this shit they were saying in the AI shit. So it's actually real. Niggas can do that. Y'all can do that.
Yeah.
How did that go for you? Please tell us.
I mean, it's nice. The whitewater rafting and shit is over at Great America is cool. That's the only thing that I do because I like water. You know what I'm saying?
You like water, bro.
Yo, for a big nigga, you swim exceptionally well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a perk to be big.
Yeah,
Think
that's
so?
true. Yeah.
No, because you float.
Yeah. It's a perk. It's one of the perks.
Oh, my, it's a perk.
The nigga,
like it's a Call of Duty skin.
The nigga be able to be calling me. He said you going dolphin training.
Shout out to be able. I was just texting that nigga earlier, man.
So yeah, I go dolphin training at least 2 or 3 times a week. But I like whitewater rafting. I really want to do one of them, the actual
joints,
actual whitewater rafting.
So why don't you do it? Why don't you book a trip with the family up there to Idaho? Go find you a nice little ranch that'll take you on down yonder.
I've been on vacation with Maul like a lot, and he looks for water like old people look for refrigerator magnets.
I was sitting in a jacuzzi for 5 hours.
We will, bro.
I'm with that though.
Order drinks and everything.
Get
and watch,
drunk as fucking that motherfucker.
Watching
he
games.
Lives in the jacuzzi, bro.
Yeah,
like,
warm water.
I go to the cruises just for that.
For that, bro. Like he will. Like I know what Maul at. I just gotta. We on this huge cruise ship, so it's like 20 jacuzzis. I just gotta find which one he is. That's it. Like
the one that's
far
far
jacuzzi,
away,
bro. That's one's far away.
The one tucked off.
Yeah.
What you be over there in the jacuzzi doing?
And it's him and a Serbian. It's
Sorry?
always him and a Serbian.
You and the Serb?
Yeah.
Yo, you like the Serbs?
And the Serbs
or
buying
they like
him,
you?
And the Serbs buying him Coronas.
Damn, you a cheapo.
I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Hey, no, it's they had the football game on or basketball game on. That's the best thing to do. I will tell you if anything, the next house, I want one of those jacuzzis that's indoor and outdoor that I can go to it year round.
Why don't you just get the indoor jacuzzi? Just go for the gusto. You don't even need the outdoor joint.
I want the outdoor, even in the wintertime. I want the outdoor joint.
So you should get you a roommate that's kind of like the outdoor indoor room.
You just need an indoor porch. You need an insulated porch.
Some you can open up.
I want to put the sauna in there and
outdoor. Yeah.
I want to put the sauna and steam and shit and all that. Yeah, I want that.
Yeah, make sure I got a key to that place.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen because the kids are getting older.
Get the fuck out. Hey, I said for my big bro. Yeah, I said for your mama too. Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like you ever saw a movie Failure to Lunch with Matthew McConaughey?
No, I don't think so.
His pops was so basically it's about him, like his wife died and he moved back home. He was traumatized. He moved back home with his parents and shit. So his father was like trying to get him out the house. Like he told him, like, "Gee, you gotta go. Like I know you healing. You gotta go. I feel like you heal. You knocking bitches down every weekend. You heal, nigga." He like, "I'm trying to walk around my house naked again." I'm like, "That's small." I'm trying to walk around my house naked.
Story of my life, man. I mean, just real quick. That's why I couldn't stay at home with my mother. I did that shit for 2 years. That was the worst 2 years of my life. Fresh out of college, graduated. I'm used to my apartment, walking around my house motherfucking nude, fucking bitches anytime I want to. Gotta come home and look at her face and her mouth and hear, pay this bill, pay that bill. And I can't walk around naked. I can't have no woman over there, nothing like that. For 2 years, I had to deal with that. I said, fuck that.
Yeah.
I said, fuck that. I'm not dealing with this. I'm going down to Carbondale. I'm gonna be at the Pioneer.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The Pioneer got my money. Cicero Hotel got my money. Not the Shamrock, but any hotel, any motel got my money because I couldn't take it.
Couldn't do it.
I couldn't take that.
We should have been like National Lampoon Van Wilder. We should have had a decked out dorm room until we was 28.
Yeah.
Yeah, did that shit.
College wasn't my strong suit, you know. I had the time, damn near went to jail. Shit happens. As we move forward, though, the reason why I'm bringing up this next topic is because there was something that I had sent to the group chat earlier. Jamal, I think you've seen it. Art, you haven't seen it.
Okay.
But the
I hope it's not what you're talking about.
The topic at hand, though, essentially is white boy humor. But what I'm about to show them is this. This is what the white boys was doing.
Fucked up, man.
So he's playing cornhole, but they was holding the planks in between their fucking legs.
Fucked up.
So if you got the fucking point, you hit a nigga in the nuts.
Fucked up, man.
And so the topic I'm bringing up, or the topic that I have here at hand is,
you see that shit, man?
That's it.
What? And all three of us have been to college. You two are college graduates.
Yeah.
Me, not so much. But we've all spent time around Caucasian males.
Yeah, we have. We have.
And we've got to get to the bottom of what the fuck is up with white boy humor. Like, what's to it?
I get it. There's no boundaries, bro. Like,
I don't.
We got to, okay, let's peel the layers back, right?
Whoa.
That was crazy.
That's kind of crazy.
Peel the layers back.
Go ahead.
I didn't feel like that was that pause.
I'm going to let you rock. I'm going to let you rock out first.
Look, like when we talk about like them being Europeans, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you go to Europe, European people don't have boundaries, bro. Like French people, like you talking about like red light district, all that shit. Like they don't have boundaries, bro. Especially when it comes to sexuality, they look at that shit as like something that's spiritual. So like when Maul was testing me, he was like, man, you know, guys, they into that type of shit. No, white boys, they into that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they into the science of that shit. Like, oh, look at American Pie. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you get the boner and that shit. They just exploratory people. Like that's why they die so much exploring. I
I've never had the idea of wanting to put my penis in a motherfucking apple pie. What the fuck is that shit?
A white boy tell you, I never thought I would want to bite a bean pie.
But you can bet your sweet ass a white boy done fucked them a bean pie.
White boy ain't touching no bean pie.
Not at all?
Not at all. Not at fucking all.
When I seen that shit in that movie, apple pie?
Yeah.
You stick your dick in an apple pie? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. They sticking their dicks in. You talking about apple pie. You boys on the farm getting off.
I seen that shit. I'm like, this shit is gay as fuck. White boys are gay. They are fucking gay.
Now look, throughout history, we have prime examples of what you're saying. The Roman Catholic times.
Caligula, all that shit, yeah.
Sodom and Gomorrah.
Buck breaking, Sodom and Gomorrah. Shout out to my nigga Zach. Shout out to Zach. He went on a rant in the group chat when I sent this. Like, he smoked it.
What'd he say?
He was like, look, you can go back through history,
Yes,
right?
you can.
You can go back through history and find a prime example of Caucasian males, no matter where they're from, on some type of homosexual shit in some way, shape, fashion, or form. Whether it's in this type of way or that type of way.
For sure.
Typically, it was in a humiliating way, or it was in a, I mean, for the lack of better words, you know.
Bro, even in the movie Alexander the Great, nigga, he was in the transmissions. That was his thing. When Alexander the Great went into Asia, he was going into India. He was on that. He was on that. Tough. Damn. He was on that tough. In the movies, this is Hollywood. So you know if Hollywood documented, like it ain't, that's not no cap. This is in the books. They're saying like, yeah, he get down like that.
He was into them Geechees?
Man, he was into it, man. Best of both worlds.
Oh, man. Transformers.
Niggas said.
No, man, but when you, like, who the fuck thinks, that now I can't look at cornhole on ESPN no more now.
Now, look, okay. So
and I watch, here's the thing. Cornhole.
Who is that? That's the game they was playing.
The sack game.
The sack game.
It's called, okay.
You can't look at it on. You can't
look at
that. Why would you associate that with that?
Look, that's what they was playing.
I know, but I'm just saying that's like a small sample size though.
It don't make a difference now. Do you realize how much sausage companies be?
I need to hear this.
Sausage companies be funding or doing the marketing or endorsing them cornhole games on ESPN?
No clue.
Look at it. Dean's, whatever Dean's sausage. This Bratwurst sausage company. That Bratwurst sausage company. What's the other one? The jerky shit. All that shit. I could. You want me to go further? I can't.
Keep going.
Okay, you want me to go further?
You're cooking.
Okay, let me show. Let me tell you something.
All right.
Think about it. What the motherfucking toothpaste bottle look like? What does that remind you of?
A toothpaste bottle.
Yeah.
Toothpaste bottle reminds you of a penis.
Nah.
No.
Shit comes out of it.
No.
No.
Nah.
No.
Not toothpaste.
No.
A donut hole is a pussy. Donut is a pussy.
Some could say that's an asshole, but
a toothpaste lube is the Neosporin lube.
Okay.
Dick.
So you hold on before you go any further, because I'm gonna let you go. You have a mental Rolodex of different inanimate objects that hold gender roles.
They're made out of body. They're made in the image of body parts.
Continue, please. I'm interested in this. I want to see how your mind works.
You ever see when you rolling past, right? Think about this. You ever see when you rolling past and you see them things and they got the tip at the top and when them construction figures and shit and it's round, it's titties.
Okay, breasts. All right. The cylinders, the big cylinders,
the big cylinders with the little top at the titties,
like the shit,
like a woman.
The shit that they use for the sewers.
You can go there and say that what you want. I'm talking about the round things on the ground like the round big building structures, are made after titties.
Okay.
Toothpaste, lube bottles that have toothpaste come up out of them.
Okay.
What comes out of a penis? Semen. What comes out of a toothpaste? Toothpaste.
And
toothpaste lube is made after a penis.
And in your opinion,
a shaft.
And in your opinion, things that come out of a penis and a toothpaste.
What's a pen?
They
pen is
go in the mouth.
A pen, a writing pen or pencil.
Right.
Shaft.
Right. Well, that would be uncircumcised because they pop out. Some of them pop out and some of them just exposed. Right.
Go for it. See, you there with me?
Sheesh.
Think about that.
This nigga is sick.
That shit is that's generational homophobia. This nigga. Hey, look, this nigga. I get it. I get because this your generation. You was raised by niggas that drove Mark 8s and they still want them.
Not Mark 8s. Not Mark 8s.
And they still
want to go further?
Yeah.
Remember the Buick Riviera car?
Yeah.
It's the shape of a penis.
That's what. See, you see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm telling. It's homo. Like so this is the thing. Like with millennials, like I think that we're the most like. I feel like we can adapt. We the most adaptive.
It's funny you say that because a nigga was just arguing that point to me earlier.
Yeah,
that our generation is the most adaptive.
We're the most. So when I hear Maul talking, I understand where he coming from because he was raised by those guys that were like super masculine and super homophobic, like guys that would be offended by pass, right? You see what I'm saying? Look,
still to this day,
like he confront. I think it was too confronted. I don't even know what was about to happen to me because didn't fight, but I was willing to throw myself into the fire for my family, right?
Stare them boys down.
Stare them down. So, and I look at that and say, that's just that generation.
You know what? You all are the generation that MLK said. Little black boys and little white girls and all of that.
Exactly.
We are. Y'all are.
That's a fact.
Y'all the benefit of that.
That's hard.
Yeah. Think about that.
That's hard.
Y'all the benefit of that.
That's hard.
Whoa, pause.
Ashtray is a big pussy.
All right.
You said what?
A cigarette is a small penis.
You said ashtray.
You said an ashtray is a
blunt.
Big pussy.
Ashtray is low dog cousin.
What was the topic we were talking about?
So it's funny that you went on this particular rant because I was bringing up the fact that white boy humor is rooted in homosexuality.
It is.
And we just sat here and went on a fucking rant doing the same shit they do. Not exactly how they do, but kind of like they do. I guess I'm being a contrarian here and I'm shooting the white boy some bell like, nigga.
Don't shoot them no bell.
No, look at it. Look.
Don't absolve
them
of
They
shit
do the homosexual humor, so do we. Nigga, we just sitting up here telling each other, pause. Because we feel like some shit sounds homosexual.
No, we homosexual sensitive. That's why we say pause.
They sat up there and threw motherfucking cornhole sacks in the hole that's attached to their body. Not them standing up throwing sacks at all, like in regular competition. They actually cropped open their fucking legs and let the mother and threw the sack with their right arm or left arm into the other guy's in between his legs. That is gay as fuck.
You talking about a ON offended by the optics?
That is gay as fuck.
The horror.
Yeah, the horror of it.
The balls are already
offended.
sensitive as
He's
it
so
is.
offended.
The balls are already sensitive as it is.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you know how many times I've been cup checked?
Yeah, but you started that shit back in the day.
But you're a fraternity nigga though.
Yeah.
How you homophobic? You're a fraternity
But
nigga.
no, cup check.
You got paddled out.
Y'all was disciplining each other.
You know you got paddled out.
You know what goes? We'll get no. If you play baseball, cup check comes from there.
You know what?
And what is?
You got me.
What is the shape of a bat?
Go ahead.
What?
What's the shape of a ball?
I don't know. How did you tell me?
A basketball is a big orange ball. It's either your left or right nut.
Okay. We talking about baseball though.
Baseball, the long bat is what? When your dick is on hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And you want to hit the ball. So what happened was, when I was in baseball back over at Cole Park, he'll come by and make sure if you had your jock strap and your cup on.
Yeah.
He'll come by with the bat, doop, 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 and check.
Yes, absolutely. I remember that.
And if you didn't have you fall over. My nuts.
Were you taught these philosophies or these some shit you manifested?
I'm telling you validity.
That wasn't the answer.
I'm giving you truth.
That was not an answer.
Pass that bottle, man.
That was not.
Get your shot past it because we ain't got that much. I ain't gonna drink up your last. Hey, just real quick.
Go ahead.
Come on, just a couple more minutes on that.
I had one. I was gonna throw you alley-oop, but go ahead.
That shit in that picture, that video. Here, go ahead. Get yours. You the host. Pause.
Yeah, the host got to get his.
Hey.
Sure.
Singing that
pause.
Shit, that shit was gay. I finally got him to play the pause
You making
game.
me, I hate that.
He
I
hates
really
playing the pause.
I hate that, bro.
We be at the store, and he don't want to play the pause game.
Why?
You said a pause game?
Why you being a party pooper?
I don't get it, bro. Like, I mean, I get it, but it's just like,
that last corner.
I feel like I'll be subjected to this shit for the rest of my day. I hate playing what they call this? What they call this, mom?
What?
Who's in the hood?
Muff.
I hated playing this shit.
Why?
Because it's never ending. There's no end point to it, bro. There's no end point to it, bro.
That's the point.
This,
bro. Yeah, keep it below weight.
And look. We was in the hood, bro. Like
no self-serve either.
You get slapped in the back of your head for that shit, man.
Yeah.
No, bro.
Hey,
no.
That shit was gay as fuck, man.
No. What was gay as fuck?
Throwing a sack at your sack. That's like, who thinks of that shit?
I don't think perception is reality. I think you need to just
Peckerwoods
prioritize.
ain't shit, man.
No, they think of a lot of cool shit too, though.
They doing some
they think of a lot of cool shit.
I keep trying to. This is why I said that. Like, to go back to it, I'm like, that demographic don't have boundaries, bro. I don't look at it as like it's rooted in homosexuality. I don't think that. I just think that motherfuckers just on that side of the fence, like they culture, where they come from, like their roots. They've tried everything. Bro.
You cannot fall asleep around white boys.
I have. What that mean?
Do tell.
Nigga, nothing happened.
Not that you know of. There might be a pictures or video out of your mouth being wide open, and they got lipstick around your mouth.
Yeah, lipstick around my mouth.
Or they'll do some shit like that. Or put their balls on top of your head.
You should be a writer for Adult Swim.
You can't trust white boys.
Your imagination.
I've watched, and I've seen shit. I'm trying to tell you, you cannot trust them Peckerwoods at all.
I'm telling you this right now, right? So what I'm saying is that a nigga that's at the end of Ramadan that's proud to eat bean pies, warned to me about crackers, seemed right on point.
When last time you had a bean pie?
The last time you brought one to the store?
I'm gonna bring one tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right, man. Look, we get out of here, man. Look,
bean pie.
I got a clip queued up.
Okay, let's go.
Man, don't put no gay shit like that in the group chat ever again, man. Them crackers was going crazy.
Cost that is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said, close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. We all gonna leave together. Y'all ain't going no place but to the restaurant. There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, That's $40,000 tonight. I'm challenging each of you all down here to give a $20 seed. I actually think $20 is a lot of money. $20, believe it or not, when my late wife, Melinda P. Sapp, was alive, was a good date. I could take her to the movies, buy a box of popcorn, get 1 soda, 2 straws. I wasn't cheap, that's swag. I was looking in her eyes, she's looking in mine. Can't do that no more. Now, everyone up here, we've all sold and seeded, but I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up here. I got you.
Penis. Relax.
So put your 20 away, preachers.
All right, you get the gist of what's going on.
I do. I got a lot to say.
Marvin Sapp was out here shaking down his goddamn congregation and holding them niggas captive. He had tears to his donations. He said, all you niggas up here on stage, you niggas give me $100.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Art. Go ahead.
Marvin Sapp is part of the reason why I no longer believe in Christianity. Woo. Not God. I'm not atheist. I believe in God.
Right.
But I no longer believe in Christianity, especially black Christianity. The reason why I said it is because I've seen Marvin Sapp before. So Marvin Sapp, talking to his congregation as a man, is begging for money but feel entitled to it. And he feels entitled to it because for the last 20 to 30 years, these guys that's been on top of these mega churches have been living a lavish lifestyle on poor people's money. And what's happening is that we go back to the house full of women. You know, they can't pay tithes and pay commissary. They got to pick and choose. Shit! And the YNs ain't going to church. None of them.
What about the ONs?
The ONs ain't going to church unless they get caught cheating. That's the only way to get your old lady back when your old man is go to church. You know, you got caught at the Stony Island Motel and shit.
Damn, not those Stony.
Yeah, you can get caught on Stony.
You got caught at Stony because you brought a bed bug home.
Yeah, you brought a bed bug home, man.
That's crazy. But go ahead, finish your dissertation. I want to finish it up.
And the way back is through the pastor. Look, I knew that Christianity was failing when black Christianity was failing when what was the Democratic candidate we had? The lady, what's her name?
Who are you talking about?
Harris.
Yeah, Kamala.
Kamala.
So Kamala was the first presidential candidate that I saw from the Democratic Party that didn't go on a church tour. They all go on church tours because the church tell you who to vote for. We vote back past to tell us who to vote for, and that's who we vote for. So the young people ain't listening to that because they don't see what comes from it. You know, we sit up in church and they say, you know, you pay your tithes and everything come back tenfold. It does not. I repeat, it does not. And tenfold doesn't look like a penis.
Yo, he going crazy.
So Marvin Sapp and all these Baptists or Methodist high-end preachers are suffering from lack of tithing.
Oh shit!
That's what they're suffering from. To the point where they want to fake lock you in and act like it's a joke, but it's not a joke. But it's real, people. We struggling to live. We've always struggled to live, and they want what we got through brainwash in faith. You know, faith is having faith in yourself and the work you put in and trusting in God. It's not trusting in the pastor. That man need gas money to fund. He needed gas money to fuel up his jet, and he tried to lock the people in to fuel up that jet. So that's my perspective. And the reason why I say this because my personal experience with this was I went to Sweet Holy Spirit, who was under the Bishop Larry D. Trotter. I was baptized there. Mm-hmm. And the last day I was there, Trotter's birthday, and he had $100 line, a $50 line, a $20 line.
Is that where the promoters get that shit from?
I never thought about that, Maul.
The nightlife promoters.
I never thought about that.
Yo, nigga had a $20 line, a $50 line, a $100 line.
Yes, and they was they was doing what we call a victory lap, where the people that's catching the Holy Ghost, they don't sit in their seats, they run a lap while catching the Holy Ghost.
So wait,
there's some shit that I don't want to be a part of.
You mean to tell me this is praise and export?
Yeah, it is. With no membership charge. Well, the membership charge is entirely. You know what I'm saying?
Did you see that story about Shorty out that was in Philly who couldn't be a member of the church because she didn't pay her tithe?
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that, and I'm trying to tell what I'm explaining is that these churches, the people are waking up to the scams of the church and how they're. I got some. Y'all ready? I got another deeper hole in this.
Keep going.
Okay,
You cooking.
Okay, so look, I my brother and I, well, both of my brothers, we part of a popcorn company, and a part of the business is we do fundraising. We provide fundraising for whatever cause you would like. And we conduct business with churches of Christianity faith. So with me spearheading the fundraising aspect of it, I have to go in and build these relationships and maintain them. And I've been in churches where one of the churches that I do business with, where we provide fundraising, I was there dropping off a fundraiser on the day of the pastor's anniversary. And the pastor's anniversary is based on praising him for his time in which he provided leadership to his flock. And what happened was his mentor pastor, who brought him into the faith and mentored him as a pastor, and kind of was there throughout his whole journey, decided to do a speech dedicated to him. And I'm sitting there as a businessman, not as a part of the congregation. Right. I just dropped off the fundraiser. And I'm looking at it, and this is the speech, word for word verbatim, I swear to you. He said, I think it's offensive that your pastor has to have a job. You all are sitting here thinking that you will receive all of God's blessings, and you're wondering why you don't. It's because your pastor can't sit here and lead you the way he needs to lead you to your calling, because he has to work. I haven't worked in 10 years. And my flock are flourishing. You guys should understand that pastor can't be spread thin. You have to bless him to where he's here for you and dedicated to you. You have to tithe and give and sacrifice more for him, so he could be here to help you gain all your blessings. And I said, what? Nigga, whoa. I said, look, I'm sitting in the back. I'm sitting in the back with a jacket on. I'm hot to the motherfucker because I'm just here as a businessman who just dropped off his order. I'm not here to receive no kind of sermon. I'm just here as an observer, and I'm looking at these people, and I'm saying, yo, you telling people who work hard to feed their family, who clearly I'm not going to just like to tell y'all the location and where I was at, but I know that
Don't do that.
I'm not gonna do that, but I'm telling you that I know that the people from this church are people who live in urban neighborhoods who are not, like financially in a place to give more than what they got. Right. And when you as a pastor, or you as someone who here to speak the gospel, it shouldn't have anything to do with financial gain. It should have everything to do with this is being your calling. And some pastors will say that's some shit a broke nigga say. But I think that that's the truth. I think that, you should go out and get it. I don't think that your congregation, thousands of your congregation members should go out and give you millions of dollars because you chose to choose God and preach it on the stage. But so, yeah, that's why I think that, and I don't think that I'm the only one that
feels like that.
I think that that's something that's going around, and I think that a lot of the YNs is feeling that.
Well, we got an ON over here to the left of me. ON, get off your phone.
I was trying to find the post that I did on Facebook
about this,
about Marvin Sapp, and it's disappeared.
It disappeared. You put them people on you?
Had to. It had to.
Well, tell us how you feel about this situation, because I know you got.
They said, okay. So the thing about it is, they said that's a clip. It's a year-old clip. You had people defending it, and it goes to the whole premise of you sow whatever seed, and which actually saves yourself, and Jesus will come and make sure everything is all right. Which to me is spooky. This goes into that belief of the spook god. So I got to give you this $20, or I got to give you that $100 line, $50 line, $20 line, or whatever.
Like the dope house.
Yeah. Or like the Night Knife promotion.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to stand in line.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna be saved, and I'm gonna be okay. And it goes back to that word of the process. I can go further and deeper.
We're here to pod, bro.
You said not that long.
No, we good on time.
Spirituality, not sexuality.
They prey upon. To me, that's a slave religion. I've always thought that and said that. And I came. Even though I was baptized as such in the church, Olivet Baptist Church, 31st and King Drive, which is a landmark, one of the Harriet Tubman's, part of the slave underground for Harriet Tubman.
Underground Railroad?
Underground Railroad, yeah. But up until that time, I was deaf, dumb, and blind. I didn't know no better until I found, the knowledge of self.
Yeah.
With that being said, when you find the knowledge of self, and when you find out things and everything, and you look back, that all that I went to Johnny Coleman's church as a child, and I remember this with my mother. She took me over there, and they was doing this thing where you get the piece of paper, you write down whatever kind of ill or whatever kind of situation, and they had that burning situation. This thing had a burning fire going on. Ooh. Controlled, though.
Okay.
They had a burning fire and some kind of contraption or whatever. And people were catching the Holy Ghost and catching this and running around up and down. I seen this as a 10-year-old child, 8-year-old child over at Johnny Coleman's church over on 87th and State. So they had like a burning fire service. Be that, and tying it all in, of course, the tithes come in, you got to pay money and stuff like that, right? The church makes a lot of money, a serious lot of money. Now, they prey on senior citizens. They prey on we're talking about older people who believe and who've been taught about Jesus, this is Jesus, that. They prey upon their salvation, thinking that you do this, you will be saved, and you'll be okay, and you'll go and get into heaven. And it's been like that since before all three of us was born. Our great grand, and it came up from slavery, because the thing about it is, in slavery, the same Christian people who are KKK members introduced that religion and put it upon us in slavery. Therefore, we keep cycling everything over and over and over again. And so that pastor, whether black, white, whatever, becomes a lead of the flock or whatever and everything, because he has he's very great with words. Much like who? Who is it? Huh?
King?
No. Much like who? Who's the other person?
You talking about Trump?
No. This what other profession? And it has similar parallels. What other profession preys on women and always has a God leading?
The WNBA?
That's hard. I wanted to interject, but that's tough, bro. So Maul, not to get off subject, I wanted to add on what you were saying, right? That's crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. That's impressive.
Thank you.
But no, like I wanted to add on what you were saying, Maul. I'm not leaving for what you said.
But y'all didn't give me the profession. Go ahead. I don't mind you.
I ain't gonna give you profession.
You know what I'm talking about. You know what profession I'm talking about, right?
I don't.
Tell us the profession.
Pimping.
Pimping is no longer a profession. It's extinct.
No.
It's an old profession.
No.
Pimping is not extinct?
No. I'm here to tell you, pimping ain't that.
Pimping ain't easy.
I think pimping is taking a new form.
I think it's just done in a particular type of way.
Man, studs out here pimping, man.
I think that when it comes
Bulldaggers out here pimping.
They are.
I think when it comes to pimping, the pimp used to be like the point guard on the basketball team. I set the play, bitch run the play.
So what's the damn preacher then?
Wait. Exactly. But in today's society, there's so many different avenues in which the way to get money. I don't have to go outside and pass you the ball, bitch. Right. Look, this is look, this what you gonna do. This how you're gonna do it. Take that.
So pimping in terms of corporation. So OnlyFans is the pimp.
No, I mean OnlyFans could be a pimp in a particular.
It's a lot of holes under the umbrella.
I think OnlyFans is a middleman, personally, because it's still niggas pimp. It's still niggas pimping hoes that's on OnlyFans. Don't get it fucked up.
So
you don't believe that? You don't believe what we saying?
What you mean?
That pimping.
I think traditional pimping is dead.
Traditional,
that's
like hit the blade.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, look.
Nope, because I seen video of all them white women up there in Seattle, and no, they're not all independent contractors.
Fuck that. Go on North Avenue right now.
Yeah, not North Avenue.
You'll see a nigga on North Avenue walking a white hoe down, and she running on North Avenue between Western and Damon, Western and Milwaukee.
2025.
Huh?
In 2025.
In Milwaukee.
In 2025.
I don't know. This was about 6 years ago, before the pandemic.
What I'm saying is, I'm not talking about one.
I don't know how
you're talking about actual traditional
as a profession.
Yeah.
As a profession, I'm just saying it's dead as a profession.
I think it's still alive to a certain extent.
I think it's still alive, but go ahead.
But in the micro sense of what it probably used to be.
Traditionally, I'm just saying, like traditionally as it was. Like
you think about Pimpin' Ken and shit.
So right, this is what I'm saying. Pimpin' Ken and shit. So like to compare, like I think that the point guard position is dead based on what it used to be. Like traditionally, what it used to be.
I totally agree with that.
That's all I'm saying.
So
there's still point guards.
We done went from preaching, pimping,
but I don't want to get point guard. I don't want to get away.
Preaching, point guard. Right. That might be today, but it's joy.
That's fire. But I want to go back to what Ma was saying with slavery, right?
Go ahead.
Because I hear a lot of I hear people say, black people were the first to submit to slavery. They said they tried indentured service, it didn't work. They tried Native Americans, it didn't work, right? They tried blacks. We were like slavery was a choice. Like we were the only ones that submitted, right?
Like we were the only ones cool with it.
We fought. You know what they did? They went back in the lab and they said, you know what? We got to change their faith. So that goes back to what you saying with Christianity. We got to change their faith. We was dying for the cause. We got to change their faith. We have to change what these people believe in. That's how we gonna get them.
Keep going.
That's all I was saying. That was just my quick point.
That was just quick point.
All right. You saying no? I'm trying to get a gist.
That's how Christianity was born in us, in our community. Like, because people will say like, oh well, because they'll throw jabs and rocks at us like, why did black people say? Even an idiot like Kanye say slavery was a choice, right? Mm-hmm. We're not acknowledging the fact of how they just worked on us and held us and try to figure us out. Like, you work on something long enough, you'll figure it out.
I got a random side note.
Okay.
So, they said that niggas discovered America, right?
Black people?
No, I don't mean. See, sometimes when I say niggas, I'm speaking in general context like humans.
Yeah.
But I'm really talking about white people right now.
Okay.
Like Christopher Columbus. Christopher Columbus never made it to America. That's first and foremost.
He never made it?
No. He made it to the West Indies. He made it to the Caribbean islands. He never got here. That's first and foremost. But I always had it hit me the other day.
Massachusetts? None of that? Wow, I didn't know that. Mm-mm. I didn't know that. That's crazy.
So look, one would ask, why the fuck did America have a day for him? But that's a whole nother story.
Right.
Especially if the North went and they was against slavery.
You talking
right?
about the closest he got was the West Indies, bro.
Yep.
So look.
Y'all taught me something today.
So look, here goes a thought I had, right?
Yeah.
If the Pilgrims came and did the Plymouth Rock shit and got here and brought slaves and did woo woo woo, right?
Yeah.
And we discovered some shit, like we found some land and ran off the indigenous people who didn't know how to speak English, woo woo, right? If that's what we did, then why the fuck did we have to purchase half of everything west of the Mississippi from France in the Louisiana Purchase? Why the fuck we have to do that if we discovered some shit? Think about it. Geography. Think about it.
Yeah.
How the fuck did we have to purchase some shit from France?
Who is we?
The United States.
So white folks. Why did
white folks?
So why did English white folks have to buy from French white folks?
If we discovered this shit,
right?
Like the further west we going, they like, oh, they used to always make it seem like, oh shit, we discovered new land and woo. No.
Different countries in Europe hit different beaches and it was up.
And so that goes back to the point you were trying to make just about slaves, this, that, and the third. Yeah, y'all tried to enslave some people. It didn't work.
Yeah.
I think the Pilgrims were just the savages who the European folks was like, yo, they'll go get the job done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they came and got the job done. Mm-hmm. And they started clearing shit out the way the French couldn't do it or the way the Spanish couldn't do it. Because that's everybody who was in the Caribbean. And I only think that you conquer those places the way you conquer them because they were islands. There were only so many people.
Yeah.
You got here like, oh shit,
yeah.
It's a lot of fucking land. And look, you got to be a stupid motherfucker if you think the Indians were only in America and not Canada. Like they were spread across all of this shit.
Yeah.
Like that's just my take.
It was a lot of politicking, bro. Like it was a lot of politics involved in it. And the thing is that, bro, like, with them bringing us over here, right? They definitely brought us over here to work. But before we got here, it was a lot of politicking and ass kissing that they had to do in figuring out what these people wanted, indigenous people wanted. Because no matter, you go down in the history books, bro, it's all about greed, bro. That's how all nations get taken down, greed. Somebody figure out what it is you want. Because the thing about it is like they said about Africa, like, oh, how did they get all these millions of slaves? They go in the jungles. No, nigga, we was in there capturing neighboring tribes that we was in tour with and giving them shits away. Giving people away.
And even the calm down.
Eating bean pies. He doing that and eating bean pies.
Even to piggyback off of what you're saying, in Africa you used to have indentured slavery. Yeah. Which means you were in debt.
Yeah.
So you worked a particular type of way until your debt was paid off, and then you were freed.
Yeah.
That was not the case with what they did to the African Americans that they brought to the Caribbean islands, the African Americans that ended up in South America, the African Americans that ended up in what's quote unquote known as North America. And in my belief, and this is just my honest opinion, I feel like what we know as Black Americans or as niggas was already here. I'm really on that.
So you believe that the Moors brought black people here already?
Bro, I feel like we was everywhere on the planet already.
Oh, so you think it was just niggas here already?
Yes.
So when you look at the natives, what you think they are? The ones in Montana and shit.
Bro, I think some of them have more nigga in them than they have quote unquote Native American. What would be the mix over here in America would be black and would be Hispanic. Or what we know as the French.
So you don't think they brought Africans over here?
No, I know they brought Africans over here, but I'm saying there was already someone I know they brought Africans over here, but I already feel like Africans were here, or someone of an African descent was already here.
So, unpopular history is they saying that the Moors was all over. Like the Moors was the first Vikings. The Moors was going around, and like they say that the Moors taught Chinese people kung fu because China kept getting conquered because they were educators. They were like scholars. Yeah. So the Moors when they
say the Asians were
Asians.
Not to be, and I'm not trying to be on some bullshit or nothing. Yeah. But they said the Asians back in the day was the most submissive out of most of the people you can, because they were just so non-conflict. They just wasn't with the shit.
They were spiritual and they were scholars.
Absolutely.
So they saying that the Moors taught I won't say kung fu because people will be like, you're a hypocrite. I would say self-defense.
You talking about Bruce Leroy taught Bruce Lee?
The Moors taught them self-defense, how to defend themselves, because they said that China would always get conquered over and over again. So what I'm saying is that from your perspective, I feel like you coming off the fact that what they were saying from the philosophy of the Moors had already been here.
Yeah.
Thousands of years ago.
Yeah. And it might have been in a small concentration, but here goes the thing about niggas. Yeah. Nigga put their dick in something, they gonna leave a blueprint.
For sure.
And then that's gonna spread. So if enough niggas put their dick in something, it's gonna leave a blueprint that's way more noticeable than anybody else leaving their shit.
Sure. The melanin is gonna stay.
So there's that. But look, we getting look, I wasn't expecting this on this
Mark, you want Maul to finish his point?
Maul, what's up?
He don't even feel like he need to finish his
No,
point.
I don't. I'm listening.
Okay.
Sometimes it's good to just listen.
Oh shit.
I mean, for real. I don't have to give wisdom all the time. You guys are at the age of where you all can bestow wisdom now, because you know what I'm saying. So I'm learning from you two. Even though I know this already, but you all are possessing and extolling the knowledge of self also. When you talk about the Moors, that's a prominent people in the world, and they don't get enough respect. They don't get enough talk about. They get the name changed so much because we go from this, and that. But I mean, shit, I'm sitting back listening. I like it. I like to hear this. Go ahead. But
I got some funny shit to get into.
But you understand what I mean? Going back circling back.
Go ahead.
The whole situation, whether it was other factors going on, because they said it was some other factors going on, or that he wanted the doors closed because of other factors. This guy has a song, "The Best in Me" or "Best of Me" or whatever it's called, that's charted well. The optics of that clip made the circulation, and it's when you lock in the doors and everything, and you want somebody to pay $20, whether it was from last year, this year, 5 years ago, whatever. I don't know if it was a smear campaign or not, guys. I don't know, but the thing about it is, anytime that you sit up here, and I wanted to touch on, just real quick, touch on, Paul, what you said about.
You wanted to speak on.
What you speak on about what you said about the preacher having to work.
Yeah.
Why should he live off the flock?
I agree. I do agree. I do agree with that. I do.
There's a church down on 39th. 39th in Michigan.
Oh, shit.
That preacher has a new built church right next to Phillips High School. Years ago, I heard, this is pre-pandemic, he's driving a Bentley. 39th Street.
Yeah.
Bronzeville.
I love that. I love that.
Bronzeville. Where the median income differs between blocks.
Fact.
Differs.
You know what?
That's
fact.
Very key with what I'm saying.
Fact.
You know what?
It differs between
you know what?
blocks.
It's so crazy you say that, right? Because like I've been in the city a little bit more lately than I used to be, or than I have been over the past couple of years since the pandemic and a little bit before it. And I've been mainly off of like between like 55th and like 47th, anywhere all the way from the lake back.
That's
over.
Bronzeville.
I know.
Okay.
Back over to the highway. And when I get over to the area, I'm looking at it like, what the fuck is going on? Right? Because supposedly and allegedly, this supposed to be this, that, or the third. But that's not what I see. That is not what I see at all. Now look, y'all gentlemen are from the city, grew up in the city, and know the city. So y'all gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. When you ride down particular blocks in the city, no matter where you're at, you can kind of tell the gist of this particular block by what? Because for me, it's one indicator.
Trash on the ground.
No.
Vacant lots.
Nope. The cars parked on the block.
I love that.
The cars parked on the motherfucking block.
That's a great indicator.
Go ahead.
A great indicator.
I'm listening. All right, where you going?
Texture.
Because that's going to tell me the wealth or the standing or the mind frame of the people who live in these buildings on this block.
Yeah.
Period.
Okay.
If I pull on this block and I see the Geo Tracker, I see the Dodge the Dodge Neon, I see the Chevy Malibu. I ain't even gonna hold you, I'm a petty ass nigga. I see the Impala. I'm like,
some late payments.
You feel me?
A lot of renters and late payments.
A lot of below 600 credit scores.
For sure.
Okay?
He said late payments.
Yeah.
But if I pull on
February
a block,
is Christmas.
if I pull on a block and I see an Alfa Romeo, I pull on the block and I see a Jaguar truck, I pull on the block and I see a Range Rover, or I know what type of time y'all on over here. I don't give a fuck what the block look like. I see the vehicle.
You better not see a Subaru. That house paid for.
Because look, that's really telling me who over here. It's Charlie Chapman in them. It ain't motherfucking Andre and fucking Jamal over here.
30 years at the Tribune.
Because when I be over east off South Shore, ride down that bitch. Yeah. Come on now. You used to live over there.
Yeah.
Now look.
But he drove on 39th.
Yeah.
In Michigan. 38 in Michigan.
Okay.
Big ass new church over there. We talking about new church. One of them Righteous Gemstones. You ever watch the Righteous Gemstones?
Absolutely. Never watched right? You gotta
Get a chance to watch right. That's a program to watch.
It's on Max.
Okay.
It's
Danny McBride.
My nigga Kenny Powers.
Okay.
Go ahead, Mom.
But just to sum it up real quick, he drives a Bentley.
Bishop Trotter did too. He drove a Bentley.
You might be talking about the same person.
Where's
the church at?
I doubt it. My church was on 87th in South Chicago. I'm an East Side guy.
Okay, all right. All right, so, but now the new pastors now. It was Bentley back then. What's the new thing to drive now?
It gotta be Rolls.
No,
it's not Tesla. Nothing like that.
No, it is. No,
Tesla's not expensive.
No, okay. So
Cybertrucks.
So look, I'm gonna keep
you
it.
got pastors driving Cybertrucks.
I'm gonna keep it 100.
That's clout.
No, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Nope. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you about the Teslas. So look, what is it? It's 2025. 2023. I'm on a work trip. This is when I worked for Tesla.
Yeah.
I'm on a work trip. I'm down in Tampa. It's my last day in town. I'm killing time before my flight leaves. Now, mind you, I done came and pimped off a whole little trip down to Miami to go do whatever. And then I came back up to Tampa. That last day, I ended up going to like this breakfast spot. Got me some chicken and waffles, whatever. Ended up sitting next to this black dude and this chick. Now, this chick is fine, right? But I noticed she younger than him. Black dude got to be in his early 40s, maybe mid 40s, right? And somehow we get on the conversation of Teslas, and we're just talking about the cars, and I'm telling him, like, look, them joints is this, that, or the third. Like, you don't really want to woo, 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 woo. And he like, look, I don't really give a fuck about the maintenance. I don't give a fuck about if they this, that, or the third. This, basically what he was insinuating was, like, this is a status symbol.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to make it look like
this is a Hellcat.
But you know what? That is a great equivalent. But to who I'm trying to make this look like
for my market,
yeah, it's a totally different audience.
For my market, this is a Hellcat.
Absolutely.
I get that.
Or as the kids would say now, the demons.
The demons.
Yeah, the demons.
They're about to
really? They call it.
No, it's a car called the Demon.
No, they got a demon tier. So it goes the regular joints. It goes Scat, then they go Hellcat, then they go demons. They got demons.
Is dropping, yeah.
The demons is like $90,000 charges.
Wow.
Yeah, them bitches is literally damn near like a step below NASCAR street legal cars.
Really? They crazy.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So this is the thing.
When you see them niggas crash them bitches out, it's because they got the real drive motherfucking Scat, the real drive Demon or Hellcat. They don't know how to drive around no corner. They pushing some 800 horsepower, and it's a little wet outside. And they gonna smack that bitch up easy.
It's the same shit that they was driving. It's the same engines they was driving, in the 70s, was killing all them niggas, the Grand Nationals and shit like that.
Or in the 90s when the niggas had the motherfucking Impalas with the vet motor in them. This big body ass car and you swerving this bitch. Yeah. Or the two-door Tahoe and you drop the motherfucking vet engine in that bitch.
But the 70s when they had the GTOs and shit, they had a bunch of them shits where they was out of control. Remember, Maul, in the 70s, niggas was dying so much, Maul, that when the Pimper era started, they was glad to skip over and go to the Cadillacs and Lincolns. Because the sports cars was killing niggas. They was killing them. Because they was too fast for the streets.
Let's see. They'll tell you that the sports car, the Cadillacs was the black man's way of getting back at the white man.
Yeah, but the white man owned Cadillacs, so how the fuck that work?
I'm just telling you, what the 70s was.
Yeah, the Cadillac was the black man's status symbol. It was still the white man profiting from it.
Well, the Cadillac was the luxury car.
For niggas.
But then, no, not for niggas. I would say that. The Oldsmobile was the Buicks. Yeah. Something like that. But, I mean, in retrospect, in my opinion, if you're servicing the flock, you should have your own job and not prey on your flock to support you because you can't meet everybody's needs. Like if there's somebody's on their deathbed and everything, Hannah ain't gonna come out to come see you. He gonna send one of his underlings.
Yeah.
If you that important, or if you're a person that ties that well.
Exactly. Watch Greenleaf. Greenleaf is on Netflix. If you watch Greenleaf, you'll understand the politics of the black church. It ain't online.
Greenleaf?
Greenleaf on Netflix. It's a Netflix series that give you the dynamics of the black church.
Is it a comedy or is it a drama?
It's a drama.
It's a drama for sure.
Let's see. The Gemstones, they do it. That motherfucking tequila kicking in.
Yeah,
they do it through a comedic lens.
Okay,
white people humor, shit like that. It's funny to me.
Yeah.
But it also gives me insight into how the fuck they think,
how they view us. Yeah,
how they view us, how they think, and all this other kind of shit like that.
I take that shit.
But
with
you
a grain
said
of salt.
you said look at Greenleaf.
Greenleaf, yeah. I take that with a grain of salt because we live in a world where it's crazy because I feel like we used to be like they used to have control over us. Like it used to be like this guy's in control of this congregation. This guy's in control of this congregation. But I feel like the new millennium, the new era, we built into 1,000 subcultures. So you have to take things with a grain of salt. You feel what I'm saying? And I say that because people will say things with confidence, and it's not necessarily the truth because they're saying it with confidence. And then a white guy can say some shit and it not represent white culture.
But see, here's the thing. I'm from that era of looking at stuff from black church, black parishioners,
yeah,
or even going over to the other side with the nation,
yeah,
with the minister,
right,
in his prime,
yeah,
the minister,
and I people have told me that that's penitentiary religion.
With the nation,
yeah, that's penitentiary religion.
Oh, you niggas are really talking.
And I'm not saying that I necessarily believe that, but I'm just saying that perception is the motherfucker. Like, and
yeah, perception is a motherfucker. Yeah.
So, and I say that to say like, look, I remember we in the same business. So, like, I remember us selling popcorn, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was somewhere selling popcorn in Southwest region, and I met this Islamic woman, and we was talking, and she was like, I like you. Like, what's your religion? And I'm, as a black man, I'm automatically gonna say, well, I'm Christian, right? Somebody start talking religion, that's gonna be my default. I'm Christian, right? Mm-hmm. And she was like, oh yeah? She was like, yeah, we used to be Christian too, my family. I was like, yeah. She was like, yeah. She was like, I'm like, what are you now? She's like, we're Islamic. I'm like, yeah. She started talking all this bad shit about Christianity. And the one thing she said that like kind of stayed with me, she was like, if Christianity is so legit, tell them turn the music off.
That's hard.
She said music is proven, scientifically proven to be emotionally and thought evoking. And that's all they do the whole time. She's like, if you go around the world, they don't play music the entire time. Some religions don't play music at all. So if Christianity is so legit, why are they playing music the whole time? Because it's emotionally evoking. So it's like what they do is they play these instruments and they get you all tied up and all emotionally invested, and they get what they want out of you.
Money.
And faith. Faith is stronger than money because faith give you money for 30 years. Money is just money. But faith is stronger. Faith is the strongest drug in the world. It's faith. Strongest drug in the world is faith.
When they passing that tithing plate, I remember because I was on the usher board.
Yeah.
I was on the usher board. I was on the junior usher board. I was on the usher board at church and everything. You're right.
Yeah.
Turn off the music.
Turn off the music. Bro.
They had 5 different choirs talking, singing.
Yeah.
5 different. My grandmother was in the opera style choir.
I put $5 in my tithe envelope, but I never signed the back.
Yeah. But you understand what I'm saying?
They had that. On the back, they give it where you put your information so you can be acknowledged for what your contributions is. And if you wasn't tithing, what you feel like is because this is the thing. Black people love to say they hate math, right? But all black people can count.
Man,
I hate
bars.
You. I hate you right now.
Bars.
I hate you so much.
So we know what we at church and we know what we giving compared to what we made. That's where the shame come in, and that's a bad thing because it's like, you know, you shouldn't be ashamed of what you can donate versus what you owe and what you have to be responsible for. But church will make us feel like that. Yeah, I made $1,000 this week. That 10% of that is $100. I should be giving the church $100. No, you
if you give that church $100, you gonna think in your mind more is gonna come.
Yeah.
If I because I'm giving the Lord.
I'm gonna go deeper than that. I'm gonna go deeper than them all. If I give the church $100, I'm gonna sign it back of that envelope. But if I get them $5, I'm just gonna fold that motherfucker. Look the back of it, and I'm gonna fold that motherfucker, and I'm gonna make sure everybody see me drop it in there so they know I gave something.
Yeah, you know, they said pimps and prostitutes would be in church on Sundays.
Yeah,
especially down south.
Yeah,
back in the day.
That's why we all
the whorehouse and everything. Yeah, they be in church on Sundays.
I did not know that this podcast was going to invoke us to come in here and attack Black Christianity in the way that we have.
I don't want to attack Black Christianity. I want to attack the infrastructure of Black Christianity.
But you can say the same thing about. I mean, honestly, and even with the nation, they've changed. They got choirs.
It's political.
Women wearing perms.
It's political, bro. It's political. It's the thing is more. It's adaptation to survive.
There you go. There you go. Say it again.
Adaptation to survive. Like
yeah.
So me I was
You know what's a real indicament of adaptation to survive?
What?
Honestly, and I don't mean to. You know, I know this your thing.
No, y'all niggas cooking. Go
adaptation to survive. You ever looked at the minister hairstyle back in the 70s and 60s compared to what you saw in the 80s, 90s? And I love the minister to my heart. If he leaves this earth before I do, that'll be one of the worst days ever. Like when Prince left, it was one of the worst days ever for me. Or James Brown leaving the earth was one of the worst days ever for me.
You love
and
Prince.
My grandmother.
You love Prince?
I love Prince that much. Yeah.
You love Prince. This is what you're such a interesting guy. Yeah. I said it because for you to love Prince and have so many homophobic struggles. Not saying that Prince is I would never put
he said
I'm talking about boundaries.
He said this nigga got homophobic struggles.
I'm not saying I would never
wrong two words, but
you said he got homophobic struggles like he trying to
you think Prince was
yes, a nigga who wore chaps with his ass.
I don't think that Prince is gay, but I think Prince don't have boundaries. And you respected the fact that he didn't have boundaries. Some nigga with his ass out playing the guitar, and you loved it. You just said it.
I ain't say I love that part.
You do love it.
I like Prince.
You love it. You do love it.
Prince.
You let Cameron wear purple. You didn't say shit because you thought of Prince.
Cameron wore pink
and purple.
Yeah, that's the shit, man.
You didn't say, exactly. You didn't say shit because you thought of Prince.
Pink, Cameron. Yeah, it's my nigga.
You know what? I got a confession to make.
What?
I got a confession to make. And don't take this the wrong way, big bro.
What?
But when I hear when doves cry, when you really sit back and listen to the words,
yeah,
like, hey yo, let me put the camera on myself. Let me put the camera on myself real quick. Yo, if you listen to this man's podcast or if you know him in real life, okay, like, go listen to When Doves Cry. Like, I get why this nigga loves Prince, because that nigga was spitting for this nigga. Like, When Doves Cry Like my nigga, that
you should. This the right record. I'm talking
for
about
you.
Adore.
No, when I hear When Doves Cry, I think of you.
Really?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. My song by Prince is Adore.
That might be the one you like. I'm talking about the one that reminds me of you.
It's the greatest song. It's one of the greatest songs ever. But oh shit. Okay, cool.
But
hold on,
yeah,
real quick. I'm saying, if you think about it, just look at it. You said adaptation to what? Adaptation to Survive.
Survive, yeah, just survive.
The message was like, if we can go get, we can carry.
Farrakhan said that he wasn't responsible for Malcolm X's death, but if some things was brought to him, he ignored it.
All right, look, nope, not doing it. Hey, look, check it.
All right, we can kill
check
it.
Check it. Do you gentlemen have any topics that you want to bring up? Because I asked you gentlemen to have some topics. I'm out of topics.
Okay.
Do you guys have anything that you might want to get off your chest, bring up, or talk about before we get up out of here?
Go ahead, Ma.
It is. Let me ask y'all this: is Cardi B and Offset the new Bobby and Whitney without the drugs?
For sure.
Damn, you just answered that real quick.
For sure, bro.
I don't pay attention enough.
For sure. Look,
go ahead.
The reason why I say that is that they're okay with people continuously being in their business, and the outcome of what the relationship is, people care about, and what's going on in that relationship, people care about. But the difference between Bobby and Whitney is that
they were on crack.
No, I don't know if Cardi B and Offset's not on crack, because we got the pharmaceutical area, right? We got the Future made being on crack cool if it was pharmaceutical. So
slinger, bunch of narcotics.
So what I'm saying is that what I mean by that is that being high is cool now. So I think that
this nigga's dropping gems tonight.
Yeah.
This is a podcast regular. Yeah. You got something here.
So when we talk about Cardi B and Offset, I think that the difference between them and Bobby and Whitney is that their stock drops. Bobby and Whitney doesn't.
And you know why though? Because they come from an era where the only scrutiny that can be attached to them is if it was from the people who were kind of making them and putting them in the forefront. Like nowadays, like public opinion can really like sway a person's trajectory going forward because of social media. But even back then, if people were outraged, you wouldn't know if people were outraged unless the outlets told you people were outraged. You understand what I'm saying?
I think you have a point, but I think I'm going to go further with it on a whole different spectrum. I think that Bobby and Whitney came up in an era where women were used to going through changes with niggas that was socially accepted. I think with the emasculation of the black man, black women are looking at her like you're no longer our hero. See, back then, it's like Whitney going through problems with Bobby. It's like all of us go through problems with our man. That's normal. That unites us as black women. We share the same struggle. Commonality is what pay the bills. You see this motherfucker. Look, Mary J. Blige on tour right now.
Yeah,
she been crying over a nigga since '82, and that money's still coming because of that generation. I think that now with the emasculation of black men,
82.
Yeah, I think this is just my opinion. I'm not saying this is truth. This is my opinion. I feel like with the new generation and the women empowerment generation is that they feel like you're bigger than him. You shouldn't have to put up with this. And she's saying, well, I'm in love.
But Cardi B goes on the Spaces today and on Twitter and says Offset is sending, him and his girlfriend is sending messages, voice notes to her phone. Offset is sending videos of them two having sex to the new nigga that she dealing with. We don't know if it's Stefan Diggs or whoever it is.
Right. He sabotage campaign.
He's telling her he wants to kill himself.
That's the new shit.
What that sound like? Who that sound like?
He's gonna kill her.
Who that sound like?
It's a new Toxic.
No, who it sound like?
Who?
There's one particular person.
Kanye?
Bro, I'm gonna tell you, from my experience, bro, it's very common for a nigga to cheat on a woman 15 times, and then when she ready to leave, he tell her he about to kill himself.
Yeah, nobody want their pussy taken. Nobody want
Actually, Mojo Brooks is making a career out of it.
Nobody wants your pussy taken away.
Is he not? It's a popular.
You know what Mojo Brooks is, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Grandma, I'm coming to meet you.
He didn't switch.
Tell a nigga we back. That's the bro. Is that not the whole purpose of the skit? He's threatening suicide to get her to have sex with him, and now that they've had sex, now we're saying quit your nigga. We back to where we started. It's a reset button.
See, now when I was watching Mojo, it was more so he was dressing up as a female.
What?
Yeah, Mojo was dressing up as a female and playing and praying on. Never mind. Mojo was dressed up as a female.
ON is coming in.
No, I'm just saying that's how long I've been watching Mojo.
When was Mojo dressed up as Mr. James, which was a pimp?
Mr. James, but he was also dressed up as he was a bitch too.
Okay, so for a short period, Mojo dressed up as Mr. James' wife.
Or
no, that was it. It was just Mr. James' wife for a short period. But he never dressed up as like on some Tyler Perry shit.
I'm trying to tell you, the Mojo I saw, pause. He was dressing up as a woman
in the skit.
In the skit,
saying what?
Tell him
Was it Mr. James skit?
It had to deal with Mr. James, but this might have been pre-pandemic. So you got to keep that. Let me preface that.
Got you.
Pre-pandemic, a lot of shit was going on.
Yeah.
During pandemic, a lot of shit was going on. Post-pandemic, I have not been paying attention to Mojo Brooks.
As a millennial,
you know who I was paying attention to?
Who?
What's the Jesus is popping nigga? Big Country Wayne.
Country Wayne. So I'm gonna tell you.
I was watching him for a couple of years.
Okay, with your old nigga handicaps, I'm telling you. Mojo Brooks.
He's shaking. He was shaking. Do it again. Shake.
With your old nigga handicaps, I'm telling you, Mojo Brooks only did that to he did that in like cohesion with the Mr. James character to kind of play off like that was Mr. James' wife who called him cheat. That's the only time he did that.
He did it consecutive and consistency.
Yeah, he
of
did.
Times.
He did it for a few times for that character, but when he moved on, he never did it.
I hate comedians who do have to put on the dress.
Oh, so you doing? There we go. Now wake him up now.
Flip Wilson.
That's Cat Williams coming out.
Martin.
Cat Williams coming out.
That dress.
So let me tell you something. I respect Cat Williams. I do.
Go ahead.
I'm a fan of Cat Williams. Right? But anytime a nigga tell me he read 3,000 books per year, I'm gonna tell him he full of shit.
At
13 years old.
13 years of age.
He read 3,000.
How many did he read at 7?
Year.
When he was 7 years old.
At 13, he left home at 13 years old. What the fuck is this nigga, Huckleberry Finn? Fuck, and he ended up in South Beach. 3,000. You niggas let him tell y'all he read 3,000 books a year.
He went from Ohio.
Yeah, to Miami.
Yeah,
and survived off 3,000 books a year.
Y'all niggas is going crazy. Look,
that's what he said.
Hey, what was the question again? What you asked about, nigga?
I don't even remember, bro.
No, hey, nigga. What, no, go back. Ask the question. What you asked about, nigga?
I don't remember the question.
I got a question.
No.
The topic. The question was if I didn't have a question. I said I left the floor open.
What was the topic I brought up?
If you gentlemen.
Oh, Yeah, Cardi and what's the, here's the thing. We said about I just feel like them two is the new Bobby and Whitney without the without the drugs.
They don't have enough talent. They don't have enough talent.
You know what?
I
gotta say this.
Okay.
This is my problem with old people.
Okay.
Here we go.
Y'all always trying to tie some shit from your generation to the new generation so that you can understand it and relate it. And sometimes, guess what, nigga? No, you're aged the fuck out. They aren't the new fucking Whitney and fucking Bobby.
That's a fact.
This nigga Offset is not Bobby fucking Brown.
He's not.
Cardi B is not fucking Whitney Houston.
You don't have one hit.
Okay? They're not.
They're not.
They did some interesting niggas to people that are younger than you.
Yes.
And you yourself, Owen, Owen himself.
Yes.
On.
Yes.
You.
Yes.
Guess what? Capital O, capital N. My nigga, I'm here to tell you, you aged the fuck out. Wait. Stop using ridiculous comparisons and analogies to try to tie yourself in to make it still seem like some shit is being marketed towards you, catered towards you, or being used in a particular way to garner your attention. You know business, Owen. You know how this shit work. Everything is marketed to motherfuckers between the age of 8 years old and 21.
Old head nation. Nah, times have fucking changed because of social media. Because of social media, things are marketed between 8 years old or let's say 10 years. Yeah, fuck that. 8 years old to 57.
Denial,
because
motherfucker.
Here's the thing.
I want to know where the number 57 come from.
Yeah, I want to know what's being marketed. I want to know what product or what in particular is being marketed towards the 53-year-old black woman who has no children at home. She's an empty nester and been working a job for the past 23 years.
3 letters.
Go ahead.
BBL.
That's not that. No, that doesn't count. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. That is just an absurd fucking correlation. No, what happened was
you asked the question
and you gave me
respect.
You gave
respect.
No,
my fucking. Put the camera on me.
Yo.
Ask the question again, nigga.
Yo.
What's being marketed towards 53-year-old black women?
Yo.
BBL.
70% of them won't survive it.
Vivica Fox got one at 60.
Okay, she's
rich.
Put the camera back on me. Ask the question again.
What's being marketed to a 53-year-old black woman?
BBL. Housewives of what? Real Housewives of what? Atlanta. Real Housewives of what? Put the camera back on me, please, for 1 second. Real Housewives of what? Beverly Hills. Real Housewives of what?
Potomac.
Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Utah.
They got a show called Medical Doctors of Huntsville.
Yeah, it's real. No, it's real, bro.
My nigga.
It's real. I'm not arguing with you, bro.
My niggas. Understand that. My brothers.
I don't think that was the question though.
It parallels. It parallels.
But you're
know what?
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
This
a friend of mine, her mama just got to be BBL.
And how old is she?
57. And I saw it. Don't ask me how I feel about it. Ask me how I feel about
it.
Yo, hey, put the camera back on me again. Even further, we looked at Sexy Red get those permanent tits. It's bitches 42 up to 57 getting the same kind of surgery for perfect non-sagging tits. I digress.
Yo,
you are the black Will Ferrell.
Yo.
I believe that shit with my heart. I feel like you have Will Ferrell potential, bro.
So here goes my argument, my rebuttal to that.
Here we go.
You say it's being marketed towards them women, and I say no. I say these women are just finally deciding to jump on a particular trend. Let me finish. You just got your whole little shit off.
You're right.
How long Kim Kardashian been around?
A long time, 20 years.
No,
Kim Kardashian
had to bring up the white bitch.
Had
to bring up the white bitch.
Kim Kardashian been around for 20 years.
Oh Lord.
The BBL has been associated to Kim Kardashian, has it not?
Oh my
Yes.
God. White
So
bitch.
with that being said, I could definitely see a woman that's 54 years old,
brought up the snow bunny,
right? Who's familiar with Kim Kardashian since 20 years ago.
Yes. Cracker of all
now
crackers.
finally being okay with getting a BBL after 20 years of seeing this shit happen.
Yes.
So that does not mean that the product is being marketed towards that particular group. It just means that this particular group is more accepting of using or trying the product.
Put the camera on me. Lies. That bitch saw that white bitch sucking motherfucking Ray J's dick.
Will Ferrell.
Ray J's dick all in her mouth and her motherfucking box. And you gonna sit up and tell me, no, nigga, do you know who existed before? Goddamn, let me go down south with Atlanta. Who existed before? Who existed? Goddamn Kim Kardashian.
With a BBL?
Buffy, the body.
Did bitches go get BBLs because of Buffy or because of Kim Kardashian?
Kim Kardashian.
Come on,
bitches. Put the camera back on me, please.
Buffy the Body was
bitches got
BBL.
Bitches got.
And they wanted that because
I seen Buffy the Body in person.
Hey, look, man.
About
I'm
as
gonna tell
close
you,
as we are,
goddamn
my
it.
nigga.
I'm gonna tell you
what it look like.
It look good.
I'm gonna tell you something, goddamn. Hold on. Hey, real quick.
Yeah.
Strippers made when the South took over hip hop. That's when the whole BBL craze took over.
I agree.
Botox, getting your face injected. Reality TV made it all such.
What's the purpose of BBLs though? What's the purpose behind it? Like, why women want to get them?
To compete.
Compete with each other.
Yes, compete with each other. Compete and get that nigga that got that or has that football or basketball contract.
So it's about the rich nigga. It's about the rich nigga.
Yeah.
What is it about now though? Because it's only so many rich niggas.
Let these bitches tell it. It's
2 million bitches with a BBL. It's only 10,000 rich niggas.
But let these bitches tell it. And I've heard these bitches sit up and say that they do it for the sophistication of themselves. I've heard this on Clubhouse. I've heard this out of bitches' mouth on Clubhouse. They want to go in there and have a perfect body. They want to emulate the Barbie.
Yeah.
The actual Barbie.
Yeah.
Half you hoes ain't even grow up with no motherfucking Barbie.
Yeah.
They want to act.
Them bitches was outside.
Look.
Them bitches was outside with Crest jeans on. Fuck we talking about?
That's a fact.
Making horrible decisions, getting preyed on by the older dope selling
But nigga, I see BBLs every day at the store.
Yeah, me too.
I see BBLs every day at the store.
It's not about men anymore. It's about the culture.
It's a trend.
It's a trend.
It's a trend.
No, it's an out of control trend.
No, it's a trend. It just as much as bell bottom jeans was a trend. Now we've got all the way to a BBL.
But the thing about it is
that's just kind of mind blowing to think about because it's like, yo, you'll go buy a pair of jeans to fit in, but now people are willing to go get surgery to fit in. And that's the mind blowing fucked up thing about it.
The difference between BBLs and bell bottoms is that you can stop wearing bell bottoms.
Supposedly you can do whatever with the wop the damn.
But the PPP money is gone. The PPP money is gone, and it's a lot of bad asses walking around. It's a lot of bad asses with regrets. I love them all. Bad asses with regrets.
You know what? This my thing about the BBLs. You hoes don't even get oil changes. Why the fuck would you go get an ass implanted not knowing that you got to keep maintenance up on that shit?
I personally think that BBL is for lazy women, because I think that lazy women know that effort wins over men, but they feel like they can substitute that with desire. Ain't that some shit?
He cooking. He is cooking.
What about the one with the set? Okay, so what about the one with the permanent tits then?
You said what?
Titties don't get it done, man.
The bitches with the permanent tits.
That's a part of it too. It's just not as effective.
Titties don't get it done like that no more.
Titties don't get it done like.
Just say you're not a titty
big
man.
Asses. No.
Just say you're not a titty man.
No. I'm just telling you, the majority of people out here are ass niggas, and they fucking with the BBL.
You be surprised.
Titties is your generation.
No, I disagree.
No,
I disagree. Yeah, I think it's 50-50, bro. I think it's 50-50. I think it's 50-50.
That is a topic that we need to discuss.
We can hold on to that for next time.
I'm gonna tell you now. BBLs is about to bring titties back in full effect.
Bombs.
Niggas tired of seeing fake cheeks. Niggas tired of being cheated by fake cheeks. Niggas tired of walking away from fake cheeks.
You know what?
With half they deposit.
The fake cheeks I ran into was done well and it felt great, so I had no problem with it.
I don't think a lot of men have a problem with fake cheeks. I think that a lot of men have a problem with what women expect when they have fake cheeks. It's like their job is done.
So that $40 cash app goes up to what?
They think that the $40 cash app should goes up to some persons in the family.
All right. On that note, look.
My opinion.
On that note, we're wrapping it up. Okay. Art, tell the people where they can find you.
They can find me
nowhere.
Minding my business, but my IG is hometeamart. Hometeam.art. That's where you can find me.
ON
at King Bula 7 on TikTok, at King Bula on Twitter, at King Bula on goddamn Instagram. Hey, look. Shout out to the LN right here, the little nigga, for having me on. Hopefully this is a new thing that we're gonna keep doing and keep making it happening.
Oh, this nigga's cooking. Hell yeah.
Because I have nothing else to do with my life. All I do is popcorn podcast.
Popcat?
And
Popcat?
And raise kids. And please help. Send me hey, put the light back on. Please send me a cash app because my oldest child hit me up for money today and I need help.
Tell them your cash app.
My cash app is Shabazz74. $1. Just send $1.
That's an
please help me.
It's an odd grouping of numbers for you.
I don't care. Please, 74. Yeah, I was born. It ain't got nothing to do with no motherfucking King Hoover. Good to him.
All right, look, I'm reading at
Get
the
back,
Cloudies.
man. Get back to me, man.
I'm reading.
Hold on, I'm a guest, man. Look, man.
You're not a guest if you plan on coming consistently.
Okay, cool. You're right.
Fucking nigga.
You can't stop it like that. And
what?
you only a father because you like raw sex.
Yo, I'm reading at the Cloudius, yo. We out of here, man. I'm out of here, yo.
Hey.
I'm hitting the button, man. No.
He is right.